Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. Welcome to our Wednesday Microcap Gem live stream. Today is all about finding the up-and-comers, the tokens that have microcap market caps. Sometimes we dig into some tokens that have, medium cap, but for the most part, we're looking for microcap gems. And today, one of the first ones we're going to talk about is Synternet. And the reason that we're going to talk about Synternet, folks, is about 2-3 months ago, I did an interview with Daniel, the CEO of Synternet, and I saw something really special in this project. And we actually just got off a Zoom call a few minutes before this live stream started. And when he went over all of the new things that Synternet is putting into place and the way that they are working inside the AI agent market, helping to facilitate AI agents and what they have to offer the AI world, to me, it's just an absolute no-brainer. It's sitting at about a $30 million market cap. I almost made the hashtag in order to be eligible to win hashtag Synternet today, because I really want to burn this project into your mind. We're going to go over it a little bit deeper. We're going to get over to CoinGecko and take a look at it, but it's sitting at about a $30 million market cap. You can buy this token almost everywhere. It's on MEXC, it's on KuCoin. And I was looking at it earlier, but it's like 10 exchanges. If you don't have one of these exchange accounts already set up, then you probably aren't buying crypto, or you're doing, because you can get this, it's on the Ethereum network, so you can get it through Uniswap too. Like, you will be able to buy this token if you decide that you want it. Let me make it very clear. They are not a sponsor of the channel. This is not a paid promotion. This is just a project that I'm super, super excited about. And once again, having had an opportunity to interview Daniel on the channel, you can go back and look at it. It was a pre-recorded interview that we edited and then published about 3 months ago. You can see Daniel, for yourself, get a little bit of a taste for the team, hardworking team, been around, very experienced in crypto. You only have to talk to Daniel for about 2 minutes to realize that he's way ahead of the curve compared to a lot of people when it comes to cryptocurrency. So we're going to get back to that. But for right now, I just want to run over here and say hello to everybody. I see that you guys are going crazy in the chat. You're already, talking about abundance. I want to give a shout out to Moab for being first here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Look at this. Shazi already set up. Very good. If I win, kindly check my bio. Already created an account on your link. So Shazi's been around, knows how we do this. So the giveaways that we're going to do today, folks, are going to be drawings. You get into the drawing by typing hashtag abundance into the chat. And then towards the end of the stream, we're going to give away some money. It's going to be USDT on the BYDFI platform. So BYDFI is an incredible exchange. It's an incredible sponsor of the channel. They've been sponsoring the channel now for around 3 months or so, and just absolutely love them. On Tuesdays, we do our Trader Tuesday live stream. We did it yesterday, and I show you guys how to maximize your trading dollars. So here at Infinite Crypto, we very much believe in buying and holding, dollar cost averaging, and getting into tokens that we're prepared to hold for months, even years sometimes. Although at this point in time in the bull market, I don't think we're going to have to hold anything for years. We should be able to see some significant gains just in the next few weeks to the next few months. But in general, we've been buying and holding, since the last bull market. I've been buying and holding since 2017 going into 2018. So that's nothing new. And that is basically the way that we really believe is the highest probability for you to create enormous wealth in your life and create financial freedom in your life is by buying and holding some of these incredible projects long term until they've had a chance to mature. I don't know if you guys know it, but you could have bought Ethereum back in 2017. I have a friend. I should pull up the email one of these days. He sent me an email, and he was buying Ethereum at $9 back in 2017, folks, in the beginning of 2017, around February, I think, of 2017, buying Ethereum for $9. Think about that, folks. How many Ethereum would you have had to buy at $9? And then here you are 8 years later. I mean, 8 years is a long time, but it's not a long time compared to the 40-40-40 plan that most people are out there on. And you guys, if you don't know what the 40-40-40 plan is, that's where you go work 40, 50, 60 hours a week for 40, 50, 60 years of your life for another man or woman building their dreams. They tell you they got their thumb on you. They tell you when you can go to the bathroom, when you can take a vacation, what time you got to be there, when you can leave, whether or not you can go to your son or daughter's basketball game on Friday afternoon. That's the 40-40-40 plan, and we hate it. We don't believe in that plan here. At Infinite Crypto, we're all about creating freedom, giving you guys choices in your life. And that's kind of why I created the poll. I was kind of curious to see what was going on with the poll. How many of you had plans, to buy your dream car, buy your dream house, and those types of things, which is cool. I was just telling my wife today, she's like, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm putting so much pressure on you financially. We've got a daughter that just had our first grandchild that we're trying to help out. My father-in-law unfortunately passed away unexpectedly a week ago today. My father-in-law passed away, and we're trying to have an incredible funeral for him, and that's costing, thousands and thousands of dollars, and trying to come up and help with that. And she basically said, man, I'm sorry that I'm putting so much financial pressure on you. And I said, babe, don't worry about it. I said, that's why I believe God has given me some of these talents and given me this platform. And it's not so that I can go buy houses and cars and vacations. Although in this text message that I sent her, I said, that's not why God blesses us like he does. Although we're going to have the houses, the cars, and the vacations too. I said, I really believe that the reason God blesses me is because he wants me to help other people. He wants me to make other people's lives better. And that is 100%, what this show is all about, is helping you guys create freedom in your lives so that you have the ability to hopefully quit your job and be there to take your kids to school in the morning and pick them up at night and take them to volleyball practice and softball practice and football practice and basketball practice and whatever, to actually go on amazing vacations. I'll never forget when I was young. Don't get me wrong. I love my parents. My dad was my hero. I talked to my dad even as an adult, drove my wife crazy. I talked to my dad 2 or 3 times a day, just about every day. He was involved in crypto. He was investing with me every step of the way. He was creating financial freedom in his life, but he passed away, unfortunately, about 1.5 years ago. But one of the things that I loved about my dad was, that he was working on winning still. He was 81 years old when he passed away, and he was still working on creating financial freedom. But I'll never forget, not a dig on him, but I'll never forget when we were, when I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, we didn't go on vacations to Hawaii. We didn't go on vacations to, Disney World in Orlando. We literally packed up our truck and we went camping for the weekend. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mind camping. I had some wonderful times at Mount Baker Lake in Washington State. You can Google it, Baker Lake in Washington State. But at the same time, we're literally packing up. We're staying in a tent. It's Washington State. It's raining, and you literally had to dig a trench around your tent so that you didn't wake up in a mud puddle. My dad had this huge tarp that he would spread out across the camp spot so that we had a dry place to be if it was raining, because it rained a lot in Washington State. And they were very inexpensive trips. And so I'm not saying anything against them. I really had a lot of fun. And back when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, I thought it was cool But as an adult, I've realized like going to the Bahamas and going to Hawaii and going, we took my then 15-year-old son and his then girlfriend and my daughter and my parents to Disney World back during the last bull run. I think it was actually like probably sometime around August of 2021 when things were really going well. We went to, Disney World. And so my point though, folks, is I want you guys to have the cars. I want you to have the houses. I want you to have the vacations. I want you to have the big diamond ring to propose to your fiance, to your girlfriend with, or, whatever it is that's important to you. But I also want you to be focused on freedom. Like, don't go spend all your money on houses and cars and vacations and then still have to go back to a job on Monday morning. Now, once again, everybody's a little bit different, but I know there's a lot of you that are probably not focused on quitting your job. That's like not your number one priority. And it's because for your whole life, you've been taught to go to school, get a good education, and get a good job. The idea of quitting your job, even if you had $1 million lying around in crypto, is probably very foreign to most of you. And although that's my dream, and that was what got me involved in crypto back, in 17, and I made that dream happen. I haven't had, a job since 2019. Other than during this last bear market, there was a couple of times when things were going really bad, and I did some sales jobs, but they weren't traditional jobs in a sense. Like I had a pretty flexible schedule. I could work when I wanted. I could, one of the companies that I worked for had, basically a policy in place where you could take as many days off as you wanted. Now, granted, if you abused that policy and really took advantage of it, they're probably going to call you into the office and potentially scold you a little bit. And then maybe if you kept it up long term, they're going to let you go. But basically what I'm saying is I'm unemployable. Like I cannot imagine having to get up at 6 a.m, be to a job by 7:30, and they tell me I can't leave till 5 o'clock at night, and so on and so forth. You have to ask them for permission to take a vacation, see if they'll allow you to have those days off. Even last week when we literally got a call at about 5 o'clock in the morning that my father-in-law had a heart attack and he was rushed to the hospital, and we didn't know if he was going to make it. And my wife and I, we were literally on the road driving to that hospital in no time. And that's the kind of freedom that I think is valuable. We were able to stay there with her mom for, the whole rest of the day. My wife actually stayed for a couple more days. My wife's getting ready to go back on Saturday. The funeral for my father-in-law is next Wednesday. My wife has the ability. She's going back to my mother-in-law's house on Saturday and helping with everything. And, that's what is important to me in life. Yeah, I want to have the cars and the houses and the vacations, but if I don't have the freedom to take off when a family member's sick, and I don't have the freedom to be there for my son or my daughter, my granddaughter when they need me, when there's things like my granddaughter was like, hey, I'm applying for some new jobs. If I get a job interview, can you guys watch Isabel, for a couple of hours? And we said, yeah, absolutely. One of the whole biggest benefits and things that we're most excited about getting our daughter living as close to us as she's going to be is that we're going to get to spend an enormous amount of time with our granddaughter. I mean, literally my daughter's house is going to be within walking distance of where I live. And so I want you guys to be focused on getting free to make your own choices, do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with who you want to do it. Try to get your mind wrapped around that being one of your biggest goals in life. And then once you've got that covered, then get the house and the cars and go on the vacations and do all of that. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But, we're going to do a little bit of a giveaway towards the end of the stream. And let me get back to that. If you win, we always pay on BYDFI. They're an incredible sponsor of the channel. So go create your free BYDFI account as soon as you can. Right now, it's totally free. There's no KYC necessary, no VPN necessary in the United States. They love United States citizens. They love Canadian citizens. They're basically available to all of the world, except for the places that everybody excludes, like Cuba and Iran and some places that basically nobody in the world really works with. But 99% of the countries out there are welcome on BYDFI, and you don't have to use a VPN. You don't have to KYC. And they also allow me to transfer funds to people that have BYDFI accounts for absolutely free. So go create your free BYDFI account, and then towards the end of this show, we're going to do some giveaways. If you win, that's how you're going to get paid. There's the link in the top of the comments here. That should hyperlink you right to the registration page. It should also be the first thing that you see in the top of the description of this video. With that, let's get back down here to the bottom of the chat and see where we're at. We got a lot of abundance going on, and so let's just run over right now and get over to, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. And Dave, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. See you on every single live stream. Remember to hit that like button. Absolutely, folks. That's, there should never be less likes than there are viewers, on a live stream like this. It's the most important thing that you can do to help the channel, and it's free to you. I don't know if you all know it, but when you hit that like button, that gets the YouTube algorithm going, and that's what puts the YouTube algorithm starts putting this live stream in and suggests it to other crypto people, and that's how we get new subscribers. That's how we channel grows. If you've ever been scrolling through your feed and you've got suggested videos, that's the reason that they get suggested to you. Is A, the YouTube algorithm knows that you're a cryptocurrency person, or that you're interested, at least you've watched some cryptocurrency videos. And then B, when viewers like you hit that like button and make these comments, that hits the YouTube algorithm and causes to push it out to more and more people. So I would appreciate everybody hitting that like button, and I thank you very much, Dave, for saying something. Let's go over to, let me get CoinGecko pulled up here real quick. Today's going to be just a little bit different. I would recommend, if you have a notepad and paper handy, if you're not driving a car or you're in a position where you can write some stuff down, I definitely recommend doing that. I'm going to be going over some AI agents with you. I'm not going to have an opportunity to be able to deep dive every single token and really go through everything like we do so often on this channel, because I'm going to be throwing a lot of tokens at you. So I watched a video yesterday by one of my favorite YouTubers out there. There's a gentleman, folks, if you haven't watched him yet, his name is Sam Price, and he has the Crypto Lifer YouTube channel. If I get a chance, I'll try to show off his channel here at some point in time during the video. But this guy is one of the best in the business. Like, if I had to choose one YouTuber, and I could only pick one, I would choose this guy even over me. And I love me, and I'm glad that you guys are here, and I don't want you to all rush over to his channel and never watch mine again. But the fact of the matter is, this guy is the absolute best in the business. He should have 1 million subscribers, and he doesn't yet, but he will. This guy has been so consistent. He's done a show on his channel every single day for over 1,500 days. Folks, that's closing in on 5 years that he hasn't taken a day off through sickness. He's had 2 children that were born during this time frame, and both of his parents passed away over the last couple of years. Similar to me, him and I have a lot in common. Both of his parents passed away. None of that stopped him and his consistency. I have not been anywhere near that consistent, folks. I have to hand it to him. But not only is he consistent, but he knows his stuff. And, my Trader Tuesday live stream that we do yesterday was inspired by Crypto Lifer. And I'm actually a part of his private group. Thanks, Kitty. I'm part of his private group. and I'm learning so much about trading, and then I'm passing that on to you. And although him and I have slightly different strategies and a different outlook on the trading part, he also put out this video yesterday talking about his top 10 AI agent cryptocurrencies. And I'm going to give those top 10 to you, but I want to give him credit. And if you wanted to, come on, Cat, if you want to go watch that video, I think that it would be an incredible use of about 15 minutes of your time. But I'm going to give you those 10 today, along with a few others. So once again, grab a notebook, grab a pen, and write this stuff down, because there's no way that you're going to remember it all. So I do have CoinGecko pulled up now. Let me run over and present my screen so you guys can see CoinGecko. Give me just a quick second here while I get this situated. That should do it, and then we're going to add it to the stage and go to this view here. And okay, so there's CoinGecko. So as I mentioned, I do want to finish talking about Synternet here while we're getting started. So folks, let me run over here to CoinGecko and look at Synternet. And I was just curious. I know that I was able to post this. Let me look on my phone real quick and see. Hopefully they didn't delete it, but I actually put this live stream link in the Synternet Telegram group, and I'm hoping that they had an opportunity to pop over here. Is there anybody from the Synternet community here watching today? If so, put hashtag Synternet into the chat, please. Let me know that you are here and that you're representing the Synternet community. And you can always go back and we'll timestamp this. So for folks that just want to watch the part about the Synternet, you'll be able to do that. But we're going to show you a little bit more about Synternet real quick. Not going to spend a ton of time on any particular project today, but I do want to show you guys a little bit about Synternet. SYNT is the ticker. You can see it here, Synternet. As I mentioned earlier, it is sitting at just under 4 cents, just over a $30 million market cap, folks. And then look at this. Look at all of the places that you can buy this baby. I love it when I can get a token almost everywhere. Look at this. KuCoin, Gate, MEXC, XT, Uniswap, CoinX, HTX, BingX, Bilaxy. Like, you can buy this token almost anywhere. And the thing that I really like about this token, once again, if you go to synternet.com and take a look at what they are doing, they don't have AI in their name, but this is absolutely right smack dab in the middle of the AI platform. And it's a trustless protocol, as you can see here. It's a trustless protocol for DeFi, but it's smack right dab in the middle of the AI space too. And so this is going to really have, you can see here, like Peak is one of the partners. That's a token that Dave P brought to us recently that's been getting massive hype, and it is up multiple X's. You know, it's partnered with Cosmos. It's got some incredible partnerships, Osmosis. And you're gonna see that this token, I believe, Injective, you're gonna see this token doing massive numbers, giving you the edge in DeFi. And folks, one of the things that I love about that is DeFi has a bad name because of, you know, Voyager and Celsius and some of those companies. But the thing about DeFi is DeFi gives you the ability to create a stream of income with your crypto assets. And that's so important. I'm telling you guys, if you can go from, you know, zero or wherever you're at in life and build up $1 million crypto portfolio, that is amazing. But what's even more important in a lot of ways is once you have that $1 million, you got to figure out a way to create income with that million. You got to create a way to sustain your lifestyle. So whether, if you can live off of 100 grand a year or whatever, you want to figure out how to make that $1 million make you enough money to where your lifestyle is covered and you're not having to spend that $1 million on house payments and car payments and groceries, and all of a sudden it's 900,000, and then you decide you want a little bit nicer car, a little bit nicer house, a little bit nicer vacations, and all of a sudden it's down to 400,000 or 500,000, and so on and so forth. So DeFi is going to make a huge comeback, I believe, even though people are a little bit nervous about DeFi. But you can go through their website here and take a little bit of a closer look at this project yourself. But the way that they are going to interact and help us to be able to use AI agents in the DeFi space is just absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion, folks. And this is a project, if I was you, I would be taking a very, very close look at, because as you can see here on CoinGecko, because AI agents are getting all of the rage right now, you can see this token hasn't made any massive move yet. And if you look here, a few months ago when this launched, this thing rocketed all the way up to about $1.05. Its all-time low a few months ago was down to about 2.6 cents. So it's up about 50% from its all-time low, but it's also down 96% from its all-time high, folks. And you can see here that most of the tokens are in, a good chunk of the tokens are in circulation. And so, its market cap is 30 million, but its fully diluted market cap is only 43 million. So yeah, there's going to be some more tokens probably coming into the marketplace over the next handful of months and years, but not so much that this thing doesn't have, massive potential. So let's let you guys do your own research on that. But this is a project that I'm super excited about and that I think is an incredible, long-term hold. And when I talk about long-term, I'm talking about, I believe over the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to see some massive, massive, massive numbers. I mean, $30 million market cap. Some of these tokens like this are going to become $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion market caps, which gives this thing the potential to be, 25, 50, 100x token. With that, let's run back over here and let's talk about AI agents here for just a quick second. So folks, unless you've been hiding under a rock, you definitely should know what an AI agent is and how incredible these things have been performing in the marketplace. If you don't, though, let's run back over here to CoinGecko, and I want to share something with you that you may or may not know. So let me get back over here to I took it. Okay, so let's go back over here to CoinGecko, and I want to share something with you guys. If you go to the CoinGecko main page, as this loads up, you go to the main page, you will see here right on the main page, see how it's got these categories, and it's got Virtuals Protocol Ecosystem, Polkadot Ecosystem, AI Agent Launchpad, RWA Protocol, and so on and so forth. So the Virtuals Protocol Ecosystem is something that is super, super important. In fact, while I don't have that tab pulled up, I'll get back to that. But while I'm on this, we'll start off here. So you got the AI Agent Launchpad. That is something that I would be very interested in. So you click on that, and it's going to pull up. So Virtuals Protocol here. You can see this thing came out of nowhere and is up to over a $3.6 billion market cap. Griffane, we talked about Griffane on the channel a couple of weeks ago. You can see that it's up just 43% just in the last 7 days. So if you would have been on this live stream a couple of weeks ago and you would have looked into Griffane and bought it, you would be up over 43% just in, the last 2 weeks. And so these are big projects that you want to be taking a look at. So Vapor is one of the projects that I'm going to be talking about today. It's one of the 10. If you got your piece of paper there, it is one of the top 10 AI agents that I'm going to be sharing, the name with. You can go here now that you have Vapor written down. You can see, yeah, it's down a little bit today or over the last week. But let's just, I'll just show you. If you take a quick look at this token, look at this $58 million market cap. And you can see here that it had peaked all the way up from a low of 5 cents all the way up to, I guess it was only a little over 6-7 cents. So it hasn't made any massive moves yet. So that's very interesting to me. But this is a token that Crypto Lifer Sam Price talked about yesterday in his video as one that he was super excited about. But I want to show you the other tab and what I came over here for originally. So this AI Launchpad, I think, is a great tab to look at. The other one, though, if you go to categories and click on categories, you have the option to really do a deep dive on whatever token category you're interested in. So you can see here, we've got the smart contract platform. We've got layer ones. We've got proof of work. As we scroll down through here, Alameda Research Portfolio. So if Alameda Research is a company that you have a lot of respect for and that you want to know what they're investing in, you can click on that. As we go down, you can see Pantera Capital portfolio and so on, and so forth. But what I'm interested in, if you get down here, you can do dog themed tokens. If you're interested in looking at meme coins, Coinbase Ventures portfolio, Elon Musk inspired tokens. So if you click on Elon Musk inspired tokens, you're going to see, tokens that are trying to ride and piggyback Elon Musk, Binance Labs, and so on and so forth. Then here we go, artificial intelligence. This is definitely a tab that I would be keeping an eye on if I were you. And as we go down, we've got DPIN and we've got NFTs. There should be a metaverse tab in here somewhere. You guys have heard me talking about metaverse. It hasn't had its day in the sun during this bull market yet, but metaverse projects aren't going anywhere. I believe that metaverse is going to have an absolute massive bull run at some point in time. And so here we go, though, AI agents. You click right there. That's number 56th on the list right now. So AI agents. And this is going to basically show you all of the projects that are in the AI agent space. And once again, Virtuals protocol is leading the way. I still think that there's some room, for this project, this Virtuals protocol to make some moves. But at $3.6 billion market cap, I think that there's better ones that you guys can find. And I'm not here to necessarily, we're not going to go look through all of these, but you can look through these. So, one of the ones that I think is really worth looking at is this Swarms is a fantastic one, to be taken a look at. We got Vader. So Vader is one of the ones that Sam Price talked about yesterday. You can see this is up 42% in the last 24 hours. So had you watched Sam Price's video yesterday and jumped into this, you would be up 40%. The reason that we're talking about these AI agents, though, folks, is while the rest of the market over the last few weeks has pretty much been getting smashed. I know we're having a great day today. Bitcoin was closing in on 100. The last time I looked, 98, 99,000, on its way potentially back up over 100. But overall, since December 20th, the market has really been in a lot of turmoil and not doing very, anything too exciting. Where these AI agents, if you go look at some of the numbers that some of these AI agents, look at this, 102% over the last week, where most of us have been losing money in our crypto portfolios. How good would it have felt to had a couple of positions that did 100%? in the last week. So this is Morpheus AI is another one that I'm super excited about. Now, yeah, it's down 3.4% for the week, but look at this, guys. The reason it's down 3.4% for the week, and by the way, this is another one that is, that's on a lot of influencers' radar. This Morpheus AI is one that Sam Price has talked about. But look at this thing. It's up to, a $47 million market cap, but look at this run that it's had. And this is just in the last week, but let's go here to its all-time high. Well, you can see here, this thing was at $138 just a few months ago. And if you go back here, let's look at the 3-month chart on this. Because I promise you that it's had, you can see it's had some retracement. You could have got this token. It was all the way up on December 8th. It was up to, $24. And then it came all the way down here to around, $12, $13. So it's had a 50% retracement just in the last, 20 days. And so that's kind of what you want to look for. You want to find some of these tokens that have massive potential, but that have had some of this retracement. Had you FOMO'd into this thing when it was sitting up at 25, 26 bucks, you'd be very unhappy right now. So that's the other part of these AI agents. I want you to be very careful. If you start FOMOing into tokens like the one that I just showed you here a second ago that was up, 100% in the last 24 hours, can you catch a token that's up 100, 200, 300, 400% and in a short period of time and still get lucky and have it run up and be a token that still gets you some multiples? Yeah, absolutely. But I think we would all agree that you would rather catch a token when it's sitting at an 8 million, 10 million, $20 million market cap before it's done, these massive numbers. So what I would do after this show is over, folks, if you're serious about finding some big winners, is I would take the 10 names and tickers that I'm going to give you, but I would also go down this list and start looking at some of these lower market cap tokens and see if you find any that you're excited about. You get down here into this $15 million, $10 million range. And if you can find one of these tokens, this AI agent layer, AI fun, that would be one that I would be taking a look at. I've heard about it. It's on my radar. It's only at a $10 million market cap, and so on and so forth. You can see here, you can scroll all the way down. There's 3 pages. If we go to the 3rd page, guys, we're all the way down into some so minuscule that it's scary. Like $115,000 market cap, I would be ready to potentially lose all of my money. But if you take a look at this one, let's just go ahead and click on it, Pivot AI. Just because it's only got $100,000 market cap doesn't mean that it can't do some special things, folks. It just means that it's way riskier. But if you're looking at a token, some of these tokens I just showed you had $50 million market caps. So from 100,000 to 1 million is a 10x. So what's 10x times 50? 500x. So if a token goes from 100 grand to 500 million, that'd be a 500x. I got to do the math real quick, but I believe $100 times 500 is 50 grand, if I'm not mistaken. So how many times do you got to throw $100 at something like this and have it turn in 100 times 500? Yeah, it's $50,000. How many times can you afford to lose $100 and have it go to zero versus you catch one of these things and all of a sudden it, has 50x to 100x, 500x on you? I mean, you could lose 99 out of 100 and you would lose 9,900 and they can make 50 grand on the 100th one and you'd be ahead $40,000 for the 100. I'm not saying, listen to me here. I'm not saying just go pick out, don't just randomly go say, hey, I'm going to just go invest money in every single one of these that's under $100,000 market cap and hope that one of them, takes off. What I'm saying is do some work. go through and look at these and see if any of these look like they've got potential. Go to YouTube and search them on YouTube. See if there's anybody, of any significance in the cryptocurrency space that's talking about these, or if any videos at all have been made on these. Folks, the biggest thing that keeps most people from making millions of dollars in crypto is that little dreaded 4-letter word called work. I got good news and I got bad news for you. The amount of work that it's going to take for you to become a multimillionaire in crypto is very, very little compared to the amount of work that it would take in most industries, in most jobs, even owning your own business. The amount of work that it takes to become a millionaire or more in crypto is very, very small amount compared to a lot of other stuff, but it's still a lot of work. And here we go. My camera. Hello, hello. Sorry for the little interruption there. Can you guys hear and see me? Please let me know if I am back in action. Hopefully, is my camera working? Is my sound working? Let me know in the chat. Okay, thank you so much. So, guys, I just went out, bought a brand new camera a couple of weeks ago, and so far I'm hating it. I charged it up a bunch. And then here it is. I just saw, I saw the little, battery dead right as my camera turned off. And I've been going for about an hour. And, not only did I have it plugged into a real wall charger, but right now it's connected to my computer. So there should be some power going to it. I should be able to get a heck of a lot more a lot more time than an hour out of this thing. Not a big deal to use my webcam a little bit. I just don't love the view. I like to be a little bit closer up and stuff. But anyways, I think you guys kind of are getting the point. What I was saying, though, and it's important, is you got to do the work. If you think you're just going to come on and watch a YouTuber and you're just going to go buy whatever tokens he's talking about and that you're going to get rich, the odds are you're probably not. And part of the reason for that is the whole mindset behind it. If your mindset is, hey, the only effort that I want to put into this is I just want to pick out a couple YouTubers and I just want to blindly follow whatever they tell me, you're not going to become the person that can handle the money. So when you see people that have turned a little bit of money into a lot of money in crypto and then they immediately lose all the money, 99% of the time it's because they didn't do the work necessary on the way up. And so once they got the money, they didn't know how to use it. They started gambling on other tokens. And I mean, if you go through my track record and you look at all of the different tokens that I've talked about on my channel, there's been some winners, but there's definitely been some losers. And that's why we always tell you to go do your own due diligence. You might spot something, you might see a flaw in a token that I think is going to be incredible and maybe save yourself a bunch of money. On the flip side, there's probably been some tokens that I've looked at on this channel that maybe I didn't feel like they fit my strategy. They weren't for me. There was a red flag or two. And so I decided not to purchase them, but you did a deeper dive. you looked into the project a little bit more thoroughly than I did. You decided that it matched up with your risk tolerance and with your investment strategy, and you absolutely killed it. So is watching YouTubers a part of being successful in crypto? Absolutely. I think that that's a huge part. But folks, the work that you do when you're not watching YouTube videos is where the real magic is going to happen. So part of my job here with you guys today is to teach you how to fish, not just give you the fish. That's one of the reasons that we go through these tokens and we pull them up on CoinGecko and we look at their website. We look at their, their circulating supply and their market cap. We look at their socials, we go look at their Twitter. We look at their Telegram group. We look and see what their community is like. In a perfect world, you would take a look at the team. You go to a person's website, you see the team. In a perfect world, you want to go take that CEO or the founder of that project and you want to Google them and you want to see what else they've done in life. If this is the very first crypto project that they've ever done and they've never had any serious success in previous businesses, that's a little bit of a red flag. And we don't have time to deep dive every single project and every single founder and owner and CEO and stuff. So, the ones that we decide to let sponsor the channel, we've vetted and looked at a lot closer. But in general, folks, that's where you guys can either maybe spot something that makes this project amazing, or you could spot something where you would say, man, Brad might be a little off on that one. I think I'm going to maybe hang back. Think about it. If Coca-Cola or Disney or whatever Fortune 500 company you want to look at, all of a sudden they decided that they needed a new CEO. Are they going to go hire a CEO that's never done anything successful in business? Probably not. Well, it's the same thing in crypto. If you're looking at crypto teams and they're all brand new and totally inexperienced and never had any success, that's a red flag. Now, obviously they can learn and they can get better and they can still have incredible companies. We all got to start somewhere. All of us had never ran a business at a point in time in our life. There was a point in time in my life where I wasn't, I had never opened my own business. Now, over the last, 30 years, I've had several different businesses and so on and so forth. So there's so much that goes into really picking out these winners. It's also a matter of, finding the narratives and getting in and getting out. Timing has a lot to do with it. Risk tolerance has a lot to do with it. Let's say that you take a look at one of these tokens today and you get excited about it and you go throw $1,000 into it. Well, there's going to be, in general, there's going to be 3 different people that throw their $1,000 into this token. Which one are you? So you got person A, super, super, super conservative. He throws his $1,000 at whatever, XYZ token. And over the next couple of weeks to a month, it has a nice, amazing run. And it's sitting at a 2x. So his $1,000 is worth $2,000. This guy immediately sells half of his tokens. And he now has the other half riding for free, and he's got his $1,000 back in his pocket that he could use for whatever he wants to use it for, potentially, most likely, probably another investment. You've got person B, who on the flip side looks at it and says, awesome, I'm glad that it's at 200%, but I think this thing could be 100xer, so I'm not selling it. And so the next thing you know, it's sitting at 10x. And he's like, yeah, it's going just like I think it's going to, my 1,000 is worth 10,000. I ain't selling it, man. This thing's going to be 100x. The next thing you know, it's 20, 30x, and he still hasn't sold a token. And then all of a sudden, the narrative switches. Maybe RWAs are the biggest rage. And for whatever reason, the token that he was in, loses a little bit of steam. Maybe there's some bad news. It runs into a roadblock. It gets hacked, whatever. And while he's waiting for that token to do 100x for him, it comes all the way back down and he makes no money, potentially even loses money. That happens all the time in crypto. I've been that guy. I've had tokens that I was up 20, 30x on that I never sold one token and ended up losing money because emotionally, folks, if you're up, if you got $1,000 token and it's now worth 20 grand, it's up 20x and you don't sell it, and then it dips back down, you know, to 15x. Now you've got 15 grand instead of 20 grand. The crazy thing about humans is most of us feel like we've lost 5 grand in that scenario instead of feeling like we've won 14,000. It's a sickness that us, you know, human beings have, but that's so true. And I think you guys would agree with me. If you had 1,000 invested in a token, it went up to 20 grand and then you didn't sell it. And all of a sudden it was back to being worth 10 grand, 15 grand. Instead of being excited that you turned 1,000 into 10 grand, you'd be pissed that you let a $20,000 profit turn back to 10. And what most of us do in that situation is we say, hey, it's going to go back up. No worries, not that big of a deal. It sucks. It was worth 20 grand. Now it's only worth 10, but it's going back up. It's going to go back up. And guess what? A couple more weeks goes by and it's worth 7. And then it's worth 5. And at that point, you're like, well, man, what's the point of even selling it now? It's down 75% from its all-time high. I'm just going to hold this thing forever and hope that it goes back up. And that's happened to all of us probably. And if it hasn't happened to you, congratulations. And hopefully it won't happen to you because you're watching the show today. The third person, we're going to get to the third person, is the type of guy that doesn't sell half right when it immediately doubles. He's not that conservative. And he doesn't necessarily, you know, get to where it's a 20 or 30x and just go crazy and, you know, and sell all of it either. Thinking, hey, man, I made my 20, 30x. I'm just going to sell 100% of this token and move on. No, there's a third guy that I think potentially you got to decide for yourself. But the third guy is the guy that can really understand crypto and that really evaluates this token at that point. So you evaluated it when it was $1,000 investment. When it gets to $30,000, you have to be intelligent enough and crypto savvy enough to take each one of those situations and understand that they're different. So I think anytime somebody just has a system, hey, when it gets double, I'm selling half, or hey, I'm never selling it until it gets all the way to my 100x. You know, I think both of those strategies are bad strategies. And I think that if you had 10 tokens that all went from 1,000 to 30,000, that you should individually look at all 10 tokens at that point and then make decision. And you might decide with one of those tokens, you might sell the whole 30 grand. You might feel like it's ran its race, that you don't like what you're seeing from the team, the challenges and the roadblocks that team is starting to run into. You just don't feel like they have the resources and the intelligence and the business acumen to bust through that and continue up. So you just sell it. There might be another token where you look at it and you're like, man, this thing really could be 100x and it might even be a 500x. And so you decide that you're going to keep a huge percentage of it, but I still recommend at that point, something's 20 or 30x. In my humble opinion, most likely you should sell some of it. Now, I'm not saying that you should sell even a huge percentage, but literally, if you've got 1,000 turned into a $20,000 bill, if you sold $5,000 worth of it, you would still have 75% of your tokens. And if you're right, and that thing rockets up to a 100, 200, 500x, you're still going to be in amazing shape. But if you happen to have misevaluated it and it comes crashing back down, you're okay because you turned 1,000 into 5 grand. And if you're consistently turning 1,000 into 5 grand, you're going to do very, very well in the long term. And then, you know, there's other, like you might decide, hey, I'm going to sell $25,000 of this token and I'm just going to keep $5,000 worth for a moon bag and everything in between. And I really think that you should get to the point in your crypto journey where you believe you're intelligent enough and you have enough education to somewhat decide on an individual basis what the best move is. Now, I will tell you, the guy that just sells every time a token doubles and he just sells half, he's going to do relatively well in crypto. 50% of a bag is still a nice chunk to hold if it's going to continue to go up and you got your money back. And so that particular strategy ain't the worst strategy in the world, because there's a lot of times where you're going to get a token that does more than a double. It's going to do a 4, 5, 6x and then come back down and end up losing money on it. By the time you've got a token that's done a 20 or 30x, it's pretty safe to say you're not going to lose money on that token probably. So anyways, that's just a little bit of my strategy. So folks, I'm going to go through right here and give you guys these tokens. We've been going for a little bit over an hour. I'm not even going to have time to probably talk about all of these on CoinGecko. So get ready to write these down. The first token that Crypto Lifer liked, and I was looking at it, he says the accumulation zone is between about 30 cents and 26 cents is where he would be accumulating this token. It's a TAI. TARS, TARS-AI, TARS AI, and the ticker is TAI. The second one is hack on virtuals, and it's on base. So you get to hack through the virtuals platform, and it's actually H4CK is the ticker token. H4CK on virtuals on the base network. Another one that he's done incredibly well on is called Colin, Kolin. If I have a chance, I'm going to try to bring that one up. The next one is TriSig, TRISIG. This one, if I remember correctly, is pretty cool because this one helps you evaluate other tokens. You can take the contract address and put it into a search bar on the TriSig website, and it's going to give you a score and basically give you a breakdown on how worried you have to be about that token rugging and being a scam and those types of things. So that's one of the ones that we'll probably pull up. The next one is Helix AI, HEALIX AI. And I hope I wrote the ticker down right. I believe the ticker is HXAI. Helix AI, and the ticker is HXAI. Vader, VADER, Vader AI, also on the virtual platform. Vapor, VAPOR, on Hyperliquid. That's something else I'm going to be doing a video on very soon. The Hyperliquid ecosystem takes a couple extra steps. You got to transfer some money into some places and connect wallets and be able to move back and forth between this Hyperliquid platform. But that's another skill. Once again, this is part of the work, that 4-letter word, WORK. If you don't know how to use the Hyperliquid ecosystem, it's something that I would highly recommend learning, and that it's going to be incredibly valuable to you in your cryptocurrency investing journey. Or excuse me, the one that I was excited about, it's called Anti-Rug. So just like it's spelled, ANTIRUG, Anti-Rug. That is a website. That's the website where you can actually put contract addresses in on meme coins, on these other virtual AI platforms, these other AI agents. You can literally put the contract address into this Anti-Rug website, and it's going to pull up some information. It's going to give you a lot of incredible information on the different projects that you're looking at. The next one is AI16Z. Hopefully that's right. I'll pull that one up on CoinGecko to make sure that I'm right. I think it's the letter A, the letter I, the number 16, and then the letter Z. AI16Z. The next one is Aliza.os, so ALIZA.os. And then there's one here that's just a string of letters and numbers. Let me see. I'm going to post this one. I'm just going to type this in because I think it's trying to just read it off and have you guys write it is kind of weird. So let me type this in here real quick so you can see it. H2W6G. I hope I wrote this down correct. That looks, I think, or no, I see what I did here. It's actually G6, M6, JZ. I'm not even 100% sure how to find this token, but that's literally the ticker of the token. H2WG6M6J6 is the ticker to that token, folks. So those were the top 10 AI agents that Crypto Lifer talked about on his video yesterday. I recommend you still go find his channel, subscribe to his channel, watch that video. In the meantime, I'm going to pull a couple of these up here real quick. So let me get back to presenting my screen, go back to CoinGecko. When Sam Price was looking at this, it looked like he was maybe on CoinMarketCap. So maybe he likes CoinMarketCap more than I do. I kind of got to where I don't love CoinMarketCap. I'm not on there a whole lot. I usually use CoinGecko for a lot of my stuff, but some of these might not be on CoinGecko. But let's just pop through here real quick and pull these up. So one of the ones that I thought was the most interesting was this anti-rug. Let me see if it. Okay, so nothing is pulling up for. Well, for one thing, you got to spell it right. Anti. There we go. So anti-rug agent. Look at this. I mean, it's up 33%, folks, just in the last 24 hours. So you got to, do your own due diligence and take a closer look at these and really, figure out your risk tolerance. But this thing, if I only got a 7 million, folks. So to me, this wheelhouse, what it does, I like the website. I definitely will use the website to look at other tokens. But, with a $7 million market cap, even though you can see here, it is up 951% in the last 7 days. That means that we could have got into it had we known about it. We could have got into this thing when it was down, at about $1 million market cap. And it's already up to, 7 million, but it's on the Solana ecosystem. You can buy this thing on Radium and Meteora. So, for those of you that have a Phantom wallet and you're connected to the Solana ecosystem, you can go get this on Radium. I think this is a token that I'm going to jump into. I really liked it. I would go let's go take a quick look at its website here, folks. See if I can show you what, yeah, so it's right here. Hi, I am Serum AI. Rugs shall not pass. So I'm trying to think of what a good token is. I'm kind of curious about one that that I have seen. Let's do this here real quick. So I like this. MetaX Seed is a token that we got in on. Got in on a private sale. It had a little bit of problems when it went launched. It had some problems, but let's see what this website has to say about MXS Games, MetaX Seed. So you can't see it, but I'm pulling up this contract address right now and copying it. And then I want to make sure that you guys are seeing this website properly, that yep, you guys can see the website. So I'm going to type this contract address in, and let's see what this thing has to say. It only supports the Sol blockchain right now. So unfortunately, I can't do that one. Let me pull up a different one real quick, guys. I apologize for the delay. I want to pull up CoinMarketCap and type in this feature real quick here. I swear nothing is real quick when it comes to this computer of mine. At least today, I don't know what happened yesterday. I had some problems with my camera. Today, it's telling me that it was, let me see, what's other verse. See if this is right. UTH, I think they might have changed the token contract address on this because they had some problems with this token too. Well, shoot, I'm not having much luck. Let me see. This might, okay, so there, I got the contract address. I'm just not sure if this one is actually a contract address for the right one. So they had to do some stuff with this token, but let's just see what it has to say. So look at this. It's only got a safety score of 46%, but it shows you here the project is 3 months old. The highest individual holder owns less than 5%. But look at this here, like the top 10 holders control 60% of the supply of this wallet. It literally even gives you the wallet addresses of the top 10 holders. So this is a project that I think is, a pretty cool project, and it's down at a $7 million market cap. Now I know we got to get rolling. We've been way over an hour. I like to keep these Wednesday live streams down to an hour. But one of the other ones that I wanted to share with you here real quick, if you wrote these down, you can go look at them fairly quickly yourself. But this colon is one that Sam Price has been really talking about for the last week or so and has done some amazing numbers. Now, once again, it's kind of up to you to decide your risk tolerance and what you want to do here. But you can see, even with all of the up, it's only sitting at a $32 million market cap. And you can see here that its all-time high was 3.41 cents. So it's right about its all-time high. But just look at this. In the last 2 months, this thing is up from 0.0018 to 3.4 cents, 174x. So 17,464 is about 170x. So $100 into this back in November would be worth about 17 grand right now. We can all agree that very few people probably knew about it and got into it then. But look at this. Just in the last 30 days, 179% was possible. Well, once again, this thing is sitting at 32 million. This thing could run up and be, a $1 or $2 billion token. I mean, and just to get to 300 million, it's got a 10x in it. What if it just, 10, 20x's? That's a pretty nice little hit. And it's right in the smack dab in the middle of the most popular narrative and everything that is going on right now in, the crypto market. Another one that has been doing extremely well lately that I want to touch on, and I think I forgot. I think I skipped over this one. This is another token that was in Sam Price's top 10. It's called Ava AI. Ava AI. So if you don't have that written down, write down Ava AI. And you can see this one is sitting at about a $300 million market cap already. And this is one of the ones that Sam Price believes could be up in, the couple $1 billion range. So it's definitely still got, a 5, 6, 7, 8 potentially in it. It doesn't necessarily have as big of numbers, but at $3 million market cap, it's also, relatively solid. This might be a token that you guys would want to maybe keep an eye on. I'm not saying to go rush out and buy it at 33 cents. You can see here, just since December 20th, December 20th, folks, it's up 2,500%. This is a 25x had you got it back on December 20th. And so that's it. I'm not going to share anymore. You guys want to win some money. And I think, the whole point is, here on this channel, we definitely try to give you some tokens that we're excited about and that we believe are good ones to buy. I would recommend, if you really want to take a look at some really solid tokens, we list all of our sponsors in most of the descriptions of our videos. We've got NEURAHUB AI, we've got DIMITRA, we've got CARBIFY, we've got BLOCX, we've got man, I don't want to leave anybody off. We've got who else did we sponsor? Well, BYDFI is actually just an exchange. They don't have a token yet. Anyway, we've got about 7 or 8 or 10 sponsors, and all of those tokens that we list on there are tokens that are 10 is another one, a gaming project 10 that's sitting down right now. Probably at about a $200,000 market cap. Talk about a token that I believe has massive potential. Its all-time high back in March of last year was about 44 cents, and right now it's sitting at about 2 cents. It's got a 20x or so just to get to its previous all-time high, which I very much believe it will when the altcoin cycle really takes off. I think that token could be a 100x, could even be a 1000x as gaming really starts to take off. So if you really want to take a look at some top tokens that are low market caps, I think most of the market caps of the tokens that are sponsoring the channel are anywhere from that 200,000 all the way up to maybe as high as 40 or 50 million and kind of everything in between. But a lot of them are down in the 5, 6, 7, 8, $10 million range and have potential to do some massive numbers. So take a look at these AI agents and make your own decision on those. But I also highly recommend going through the different sponsors of this channel and taking a closer look at those projects. With that, let's give away some money. We're going to give away $50 in USDT today. And once again, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get back over to the view where you can see me drawing the winners. And let's get over. We got everybody abundance. Amen. Abundance. Don't just type in hashtag abundance and not think about it. There's always a reason for the word that I have you type in. Yesterday, the first day, I think we did I win on one of the days. One of the days we were, talking about BYDFI, so we did BYDFI. But the other, I think, oh God, why can't I remember the word yesterday? What was the word of the day yesterday, guys? I want to say it was, oh, for goodness sakes, my memory. I know there's a bunch of you that remember what the word of the day was yesterday. Somebody help me out. What was it? Yeah, I win, abundance. Hey, Pablo, why you always got to run right before I do the drawing, man? I love you, brother. Have a great day. If you win, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to continue to draw new winners because you got to be here to win. But if you ever win when you're not here, we'll talk. We'll talk off the stream and see if I can, make something happen for you. I understand you got to take off. So get going. Have a great day. I don't remember what the stupid word was yesterday. There's been, 4 or 5 days that we've done these giveaways. But, a lot of times, like Monday, on the Mindset Monday, I know I had a word in there on the Monday Mindset video from Monday. Action. There you go. Thank you, Dave. Action. So I didn't just have you guys type in action on Monday just to win, the giveaway. It was to remind you guys to get into action. That all of the watching YouTube videos in the world doesn't do you any good if you don't take action. You're better off to take a little action and maybe even lose a little money on an investment and learn from that than you were to, to do nothing. Action that is a loss is better than no action at all, folks, because it's a learning experience and that's how you win. So, but today with abundance, the reason for the word today, the reason that we're focused on abundance is because we gotta be focused on abundance. If you're focused on lack in your life, you're gonna have lack. In order to have abundance, you got to focus on abundance. So when you're getting off of here today, whether you win one of the giveaways or not, I want you to think about what abundance means to you. Because abundance there's a lot of different things about abundance. Like, do you want to just have abundance in your financial life, or do you want to have abundance in your health? You want to have abundance in your health, or do you want to have abundance in your marriage, in your relationships with your kids? You want to have abundance in your wealth and your health? but no spirit, no abundance in your spiritual life. Like, folks, so want you to focus on having abundance in all of those important areas. If you've got your finances under control and you're abundant, but you don't have a good relationship with your wife and your kids, or your husband and your kids, if you don't have good health, if you don't have good spirituality, the money is going to leave you hollow and empty, and it's not going to make you happy. So I want you to think about abundance and how you can have it in all of the areas of your life. And with that, let's drive a couple. Let's get a couple of winners here. Once again, if you win, you're going to want to go get a BYDFI account created. Most of you probably already have it done because you're expecting to win. But if you win and you don't have a BYDFI account in your already set up through my referral link, go click on the description of this video. Go click into the comment section right up at the top. Go create your BYDFI account. The second thing that you're going to have to do is go change the bio in your YouTube account. And I'll show you how to do that real quick. Let's draw the winners real fast first. So the first thing we're going to do is draw 2 winners. And you also have to be here, folks. So if you get drawn, you see your name pop up here, you got to get into the chat and let me know that you are still here so that I can verify that. And we know that we've got winners. You have to still be here in order to win. So with that, folks, let me click over here to the giveaway and let's draw. We've got 234 entrants. Good luck to all of you. Obviously, I can't win. So if I was to win, I would just redraw it. So Priya Rima, if you are still here with us, please let it be known in the chat that you are here so that we can get you verified and know that we don't have to redraw. Our second winner Thomas. Awesome, Thomas. Congratulations. Thomas Wesley and Priya Rima. Let me run back over here where I can see the comments. Are you guys here? Okay, Priya Rima is there. Let's see if Thomas shows up. So now, folks, I'm going to run over to the YouTube channel while we're finding out if, in fact, we have to draw another winner or not. I'm going to run over to the YouTube channel, and Priya Rima, just in case you hadn't seen this before, this is what you're going to do in order to get your $25 in USDT. My computer is pulling this up awfully slowly, but I think we will get here eventually. So, yep, we got onto the YouTube. Now we're going to go to my channel. And hopefully that'll load. It looks like it did load. Let me get back over here and change the view hill. Okay, Thomas is there too. So Thomas and Rima are both there. Guys, let me show you exactly what you got to do to win. I'm going to switch views over here to my channel and share this tab. So when you get onto the home page of your YouTube channel, guys, it's going to be a little bit different than mine, obviously, but you just go over here to the More tab, and this is your bio. You want to go in after you've created your BYDFI account and put your unique user ID, your UID number. It's a string of numbers, about 10, 12 numbers long. You want to put that in your bio. And then what I do so that nobody can scam me is I actually am going to go to the video. In StreamYard, I can't do this, but if I actually click over and pull up the video, hopefully this will pull up for me so that I can see all of the chat here and make sure that I can, so that nobody can scam me. There we go. Is I actually turn that off. You guys should still be able to see my screen though. Yep, there we go. So we can see here, this is Thomas's. We click on Thomas and it shows go to channel. you won't be able to see your channel pull up. But now that I've got that pulled up, I will be able to see your bio, and nobody is going to be able to try to clone your account. I'm going to do the same thing with Priya Rima. So both of you guys are now set. I've got your YouTubes pulled up, and hopefully you guys already have your UID number and you're ready to go. But if not, you can go create your UID number, and you guys are all set. So with that, we got the winners drawn. Everything is good. And real quick, before you go, folks, I wanted to let you know that I've got a deep dive video getting published today on the DIMITRA project. So as I mentioned, DIMITRA is one of our sponsors, and I'm doing a video update on this project because they've got some major announcements and some massive things happening in the DIMITRA ecosystem. And the token has kind of gotten beaten down a little bit over the last few weeks, as did the rest of the market. So in my opinion, not financial advice, but in my opinion, it's at a very good place to dollar cost average and potentially get some of that token. I've got another deep dive video that we're going to be doing a $250 giveaway on for LINQ AI, LINQ.ai. This is another AI project that I'm super excited about. They also are a sponsor of the channel. And so you're going to see both of those getting published in the very near future, at least one of them published today. And then LINQ AI probably will get published tomorrow. But there's going to be a lot of reasons to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you notice when these videos get published, and you can go make a comment on those videos and get yourself eligible for the drawings that we're doing on some of the deep dive videos that are coming out. So this is the last live stream for this week. Potentially, I might throw in a bonus live stream. I'm not sure yet. But so for those of you that, that are on here today, God bless you. Thank you for being here. We'll see you again next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And in the meantime, enjoy the other videos that we publish. I hope you find a lot of value in them and have a fantastic weekend. So with that, thanks to Tim and Eric and Priya and everybody. I can't comment on all of you anymore. There's just so many of you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for sharing your most valuable asset with me today, your time. God bless you. Have a fantastic rest of your week.